Well, welcome to a new video, guys. Thanks for checking this out. And yes, most recently I did a video about Sega Dreamcast games coming into the year 2020. Now, one of the titles that I actually mentioned in that video, a member of staff actually contacted me from RetroGaming, the guys who were behind Zenocider. Now, a guy called Carlos has actually given me a lot more information and more details about this game and been kind enough to send me a new beta, the most recent form of the game, to send you a rightsprite review. Now, before I actually jump into some gameplay to show you guys, I must say Carlos has been absolutely awesome, sending me some info and helped me learn more about this title with the struggles that we had. Now, apparently the game didn't actually get green lit from Kickstarter, which is a bit of a shame because it does actually look pretty awesome. So let's find out together now what this game actually has to offer to us. So we got this fired up. Later on I'll go out and explain the guys behind this project, the support they've had and the influence and more. But for now, let's jump into the main menu. So we got a nice little groovy track. So what we got story, arcade, we got some unlockables as well. Oh, so I guess I'll be able to unlock them later on. And jump into the options. That's the first thing I always do with games. So what's we got available? So we got the music volume, the sound effects, crosshair speed, we can change it to small or large, which is pretty cool, and then inverted Y and rumble, but I don't actually have access to a rumble pack at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, so won't be able to try that out. So what else we got? I think we're just going to straight jump into the cheats. So I think this is only available to the beta, so you can actually access all the levels to see what they've got already for us. Ooh, so you can do quite a bit. Put God mode on, but I'm going to leave that and I'll go jump into the story mode. So I'll go ahead and show you just 3 of the levels that they have available because I don't want to spoil this entire game. So what we got at the moment? Well, we got a nice little CGI, which is quite rare to see from an independent Dreamcast game. So I do like the looks of this. So we've entered a bit of a training level. So it's indicating the triggers are actually left and right. I think I'll go ahead and capture the actual controller to actually give you more of an indication of what the controls are like on this game. So as you can see, the triggers are moving the character, so it's very different to what I've played in the past, so we'll take a bit of a while to get used to. So it's pretty good that they got this training level. And I can already tell this music is pretty awesome by Juno Martin. So we got some nuke bombs here. If we press the X, kills multiple weapons. Let's give that a go. Nice. So we can actually equip the Xenopods, which are the specials, to each button. So Y is our jump. So it's indicated you can actually upgrade your weapons as you progress. And there's our first Dreamcast. I'm not really sure what the Dreamcast are. I think they must be another upgrade point. So once you complete the level, you get more upgrades. So sweet, that's the first training mission done. And we get a nice little CGI when we complete it. So here's our upgrade menu. And our groovy little ship. Pretty nice. So which ones to go for? I'm going to head for extra shoot and a bit of extra armor. And there we can actually upgrade your lives as well. Probably would need them because I pretty suck at this game at the moment. Nice little animation. So each level indicates a nice little story. And also each level indicates a different route as well. So you got access to 2 routes, making the actual gameplay a lot more varied. And here are Xenopods. So you got the left, which is our X button, and then we got the B, which is, so I'm going to stick with the nuke and the extra blaster. So here is our first level. Check out that music. So I'm pretty struggling with the controls here. I know it'll take a while to get used to. There's a lot going on the screen. I must say the frame rates seem a very solid 60 FPS. I'm not too sure because I haven't been able to check it. Oh, there we go, we got our life upgraded. Let's get those rock guys. And there's our second Dreamcast, nice. Wow, I'm pretty suck at this. My life is pretty low already. But let's take on this boss. This is the first boss that we encounter. Go for the head as always. So if you've seen the top left and top right, that's our actual special bar. So when they rise back up, we can press X and B to get our specials. And you see the bottom bar there, the green, that is the boss's health. Ah, okay, let's give that another go. Boosh! That's our first boss encounter done. So each level that you complete gives you an extra bonus little mission. So you have to shoot all these ships down. Oh, wow, this is fast! Whew. That's pretty tough. So we're back at the ship again for our upgrades. I think I might just stick to what I upgraded before. Let's beef them up with the chute and the armor. I've only got one life. Ooh. Yeah, let's stick with a better armor. That'll do. And here's a nice little animation again. So we're on to that next level. So a bit of a story here again, and also access to 2 routes. I'm only going to stick to the route 1 to show you guys. Yeah, let's stick with route 1. And we're back at our Xenopod screen. So I got to mix it up a bit, I think, with the left extra blaster, and then we got another extra blaster. I do want to try out that nuke. There he is. So let's go ahead. So wow, the second level is an underwater level. Underwater levels always suck on games, they always be pretty tough, I find. Now let's talk about the guys behind this project at Retro Samus. They are 3 founding members: Abel the 3D designer, Chu the programmer, Carlos the member behind writing and marketing, and also you have Juno Martin, the composer, who jumped on to support for creating the music for this project. Chu is also the programmer behind Ghostblade and Pure Solar for the Dreamcast and creator behind the AES-OR and Neo Geo OR emulators. Juno, the music composer, is Academy Award nominated composer for his work for movies. Chu has also done some work with Josh Prod and Pixel Hat's recent releases, like the Dreamcast ports of Flashback and Breakers. They are all located in Spain. They have known each other for quite some time now, but they've only finally met during the gaming event called Retro Madrid a few years ago, one of the main retro events in Spain. And after working on some projects, they finally decided to get together and create something of their own. When Pure Solar was ready to finish for a release, they decided to work on 2 parallel projects, one of them being Zenocider, which is getting very close to the finishing stages, and the other one is currently on hold. Haven't found out what that other one is yet at the moment.
So let's head back to the game, and we're at our second boss. And yes, as we look closer now, I think it's a crab in a pirate ship. That's pretty awesome. So let's find his weakness. It's either got to be his head or his eyes. I think it's his eyes. Yep. And God, it's tough. Can't really dodge. Let's give him a nuke. Let's give it another go then. Okay, let's give that another go. Wow. Whew. This game is pretty tough. Oh, I pretty suck. I'll head back to the main menu and see if I can actually change the button layout. Actually might make me a bit better at this game. Let's see what we can do. So we can actually assign the buttons to actually different on the controller, but with the just left I tried to get it onto the D-pad, but it seems like you're stuck with the buttons on the controller. Probably actually might not actually do me any good myself. I might just suck at this game anyway. But let's head over to the third level because I couldn't really get past the second one at the moment. So go to the cheat one, and yes, let's leave the actual level up of the character to about 5 or 4. So then it's kind of a bit like what it would have been if I unlocked it on the story. And leave cheat mode off. So this is the third level, and oh wow, visibility is pretty zero. I like the creativity of this. But yeah, I can't see the visibility on the enemies. This is pretty tough already, and half my life has gone. So a couple of things I do recommend with this game. I personally find where the cursor is on the screen, I do lose track where it is. So I was trying to look around where I'm actually shooting. And also with the delay, where how the bullets actually link with the cursor. I'm not sure if that's just how the style is, or if there's a bit of a latency of where you can actually control where the bullets going. If they were in time, it might be a bit easier. And also with the upgrades, with getting more health for your character, it'd be nice if the enemies would actually flash or have a bit of an effect around them to know which ones to actually shoot to get your health back up. With the first 3 levels, including an underwater and a quite dark level, it is quite hard to actually get grips on this game. But I think if you actually spend more time in this, you might actually get more of a feel and more skillful with the game itself. With what is perhaps the first independent Dreamcast title with its own engine, I asked Chu, would they continue to use this and build up from this, and would other companies be able to use this engine to help bring over more titles to the Dreamcast? He stated, if we create even more 3D games, we will for sure. If other creators are interested, we might share it, but we haven't really thought about it yet. Back to the game now, and as you can see, this is arcade mode, and the gameplay is completely changed, and this is big homage to Yu Suzuki's Space Harrier. So it's a lot quicker, a lot faster. It is still quite hard, but I find this really enjoyable, and I'm really glad they actually enjoyed this with the actual game itself. In this mode I actually got to the 4th stage, so I was pretty shocked and surprised by how many extra levels and additions there are to this game, and I find it pretty awesome that they did include this.
Well, I may be being a bit harsh about this, but I think with a pinch of honesty, this actually may help and support the game itself to actually get a better final project for us gamers. Now the game at the moment is pretty alright, but I am looking forward to the actual final release of the game. So if you like this video, hit that button, and by all means help with the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.